Gonna wait for people to come in, 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 come in. What up, everybody? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. 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 I gotta. Y'all know that I have to, you know, put on a happy face. A lot of shit has been going on. Hey, peace. Hey, hey. Happy Friday. TGIF. Yes, I'm excited. Today is Friday. It's the weekend. Hopefully, everybody, got plans to do tonight. So that's why I came out a little early. We got to talk about some things, y'all. We got to talk about some things. Have y'all been following this week? This week has been a week when it comes to carbonation and Natureboy and finding out tea and information. Has been confirmation. If I sit and look back at all the receipts and all the all the new information that we have gotten, confirmation has been, the thing that's been ringing in my ear. Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Because a lot of this stuff we didn't know about, but and then let's not even. First of all, let me start off. Let me start off. Okay, so I'm trying to think. What's it? I think no, I've been blocked. It's to the point where I can't. I have another page. You guys know my Instagram EDS Squad page. I can't even go view his lives on that page. So like I'm out of the loop unless I make a troll account, which I will when I have free time. About it, we gonna talk about some things. Um, but I've been blocked from Natureboy and True. True blocked me as well. Um, cause I asked about the Shiva's well-being. Nah, we ain't playing that. And then I probably was a little bit more petty because I also put her picture as my profile picture, so it probably was a little bit petty. But at this point, he don't care. I don't care at this point. So I got blocked. Cool, cool, whatever. I get the tea from Nature Boy side of things from the other pages that I'm already following. But yes, Grand spilled a lot of tea, guys. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so Grand went live. I actually caught the live, which, man, oh man, I didn't think that all of the tea that we have gotten that day. Let's not even go with the tea that she got the next day. The tea that she got that day, the first day. I didn't think we was gonna go in that direction at all, but it was a lot. So I was in the live, and she told us that Pure came with the receipts. So I'm like, okay, we got an ex-carbonation member finally getting the balls, to tell what's been going on over there. So let's get into it. So one of the first things he mentioned was how the abuse is not just the women over in carbonation, that it's the men that is getting abused, and especially the younger guys, the younger little ones, which I'm pretty sure is like Pice and Loyal. After this live, speaking of the names, after this live, I'm not gonna mention their carbonation name. I'm gonna say their real names. The reason why I'm not saying their real names right now is because I don't have the list in front of me to say the real names. But by the next video, I'll have all their names down packed. But anywho, so getting abused by Natureboy, the little guys, and Tron. Which we all seen the video where he hit Tron. My first thing was like, Tron is too big. Like, Tron is big as fuck. Like, he tall as hell. He bigger than Natureboy. How he let Natureboy fuck him up? But we also gotta really realize that Tron has been there since, forever. He was there before, carbonation with even carbonation. He was there when they were like melanation. So he's been there a while. So, the brainwashing and the cult, just he, at this point, that's probably like, it's ingrained in all of them. Yeah. And then before I even like grasp the concept of brainwashing, I looked at Tron and he always seemed like he was like a little touched. I don't like to really drag people with mental issues, but he looked like he was a little touched in the beginning. So adding on this brainwashing aspect into the situation, it makes sense. It just goes to show that brainwashing and I'm spiritual, guys. I don't know what everybody else is out there. I'm spiritual, so I believe in like the witchcraft and demons and all that shit. I believe that is out there and it is heavy. And I believe that Nature Boy definitely practices in that art, most definitely. So I'm thinking that that has to be like, come on. So then it's the abuse. Then Pierre has said that they have orgies, huge orgies, which we know, like, come on, with the brainwashing they develop. Exactly, like it's like to the point where they it is an alternate personality. Like it's to the point where even if you're arguing with them and speaking in reality of things, they're so ingrained with the brainwashing that they believe everything that Nature Boy has instilled in them is straight hard fact. Even though we know that Nature Boy changes his doctrine, changes his ideologies, changes his views every single day. Today he's a Muslim, tomorrow he'll be a Christian, next week he'll be a Mormon. Like it's crazy, but they think that everything that this man says is gospel. Whatever he says, it could be the most contradicting thing ever, and they believe him. So yeah, it's crazy out here in these streets. But yeah, so they have huge orgies. That was another thing Pierre confirmed. We already knew that. That like, come on, Nature Boy is like a sex demon, so we knew that was the case. After that bit of tea, it was revealed that Velvet, the one I made a video, caping for, because she's been like so abused and caping for her. Like I feel like the dummy for caping for this bitch. Velvet has been abusing baby Ileana to get back at Nature Boy. When I heard that, I was sick to my stomach. A and B, a lot of stuff clicked because that baby is always crying. And shout out to Jassy G. I think Jassy G is the one that put this in perspective. It might have been her. I think it was. Remember the video, guys, when Nature Boy when they was her and Nature Boy was going at it. Velvet is a demon. She's special needs, but no excuse. I don't. There's no excuse for touching a baby. That's not even a toddler. That's not even a child. That's a baby. So if you're abusing a baby, you are a sick ass person. No point. No, you don't get nothing from me. You don't get no type of nothing from me. I love Pops and I love Tina. They are the bomb.com for what they do, but their daughter is a straight evil, wicked, evil demon. She's wicked, like wicked, and that just turned my stomach. But I'm about to put something in perspective for y'all. So remember that video, the infamous video where we all seen that Nature Boy actually hit Velvet, and then she ran in the back of in the room, and then all of the chaos ensued, and they ended the live abruptly. Jassy G put it in perspective, and shout out to her. Do y'all think when Velvet went in the room after she got hit by Nature Boy, and if you remember in that video, the baby out of nowhere starts screaming, like at the top of her lungs, screaming, crying. Do you think Velvet did something to that baby? Hmm. When she said that, a lot of shit clicked in. There's been a lot of instances where Velvet would be alone with that baby, and all of a sudden that baby would start crying, especially after she been down went in with Nature Boy and stuff like that. So I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly, and she is going to get what's coming to her. She's already getting what's coming to her at this present moment. Like that baby is already, and it's also been confirmed. Speaking of baby Ileana, not only is baby Ileana being abused, baby Ileana is very, very sick. Like we've been saying, exactly. People are saying that she dropped the baby at that point. I don't know if she dropped the baby, but I would not be surprised if she did because when I tell you that baby's scream was like nail biting, like it was like it was horrible. It was really horrible. And I'm thinking that the baby started crying because she seen her mom getting beat, which, Nature Boy probably did wax that ass. But like now that we know that she abuses the baby, we don't know what she did when after she got hit by Nature Boy and she was already angry and stuff. Like it's just disgusting, and Pops and Tina really need to work and figure out how they can get that baby from her, dead ass. Um, but what was I saying before? Oh yeah, about baby Eliana. She's very very sick. Pure confirmed that, and the tea that we got the next day her and Nature Boy was aggressive around the baby and probably. Exactly. Because I'm telling you, if you heard that live, you can go back. I think I have the video on one of my parts. Part one or part two, I'm not sure. But I'm telling you, that baby scream was like something I've heard babies cry. I heard babies, but that was a scream, a nail biting, a nail scratching scream from that baby. It was like it's just hard to watch. It's really just hard to watch. But she's very sick, and Pure confirmed it. Um and Ether confirmed it the next day when Grand got his receipts, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Pure confirmed that baby Eliana is very sick, which we already know, and it's just sad. The baby is just sad. It's just really sad that the baby is just suffering. The baby is always in distress. She's always sad. She's always crying. Pierre said that she's always crying. Like it's just sad. Like the baby is innocent. She didn't ask to be here, especially to be in that type of environment. Like it's just really sad. Um, Another thing that was very disturbing and really boiled my because I was gonna do a video. I was gonna go live that day, but I told myself that Elijah, do not go on live that day because you will go on live and you will say something that will probably get your channel reported. So let's not do that. But this is the kicker. So I don't know if you guys remember, but remember a live that Nature Boy had where him and Aya, yeah, if people already know the receipts, y'all already know where I'm about to go with this. Aya thought she was pregnant. Well, it was confirmed that she was pregnant, and Nature Boy is an alcoholic, which we already knew. We already knew that he loves to tip back because they have their parties and all that stuff. We already know that nigga loves to drink. So, with that being said, one day he got drunk and beat Aya so bad that she miscarried. That's the Nature Boy that we're talking about. That's the Nature Boy that I have been speaking on. The one that will get drunk and beat a baby out of somebody. Poor Aya. I feel so bad for Aya. It's just like such. It's just sad. It's just the whole thing was just sad. Like the more tea she was spilling, the more layers that was. It was sad. Like just sad. But yeah, Nature Boy beat Aya so bad that she miscarried. Um, More tea. Oh my lord. What else? He has connections in Palenque. I mean, not in Palenque. They're not in Palenque no more. Oh my gosh. He has connections where they're at. So he still, got peace. Yeah, he's gonna kill somebody beating folks more than exactly. And my thing is that that's why these people have Stockholm syndrome. That's how you know these people are brainwashed. There's one of Nature Boy and many of them. A same person who does not have those, mental issues. If a nigga hit me and my crew is beating the fuck out of him. Like, straight murking him. So, that's why another reason why this is deeper than just, abuse and stuff, like brainwashing and all of that stuff comes into play. But it's just really, 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 really sad. It is. It is. Um, but yeah, he's connected and where they're at. If you've been following, we know exactly where him and the crew is at. I can't pronounce the name of the place because I'm not Spanish. It's like some weird. It starts with a L though. I know that for sure. Um, I'm trying to think of other receipts. I should have wrote it down before I got on live, but I know most of them. There's so much things that's been happening. I don't want to go all over the place, so that's why I'm like, But he what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, they don't eat. They only eat once a day. We already knew that they do their solar noon meal. And sometimes if he doesn't feel like it, or if they don't got the money, the donations, they don't got the funds, they're not gonna eat at all. Pierre even said that one time Nature Boy was going to hit him, and he defended himself. Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, cause woo, that was a whole nother bag of tea that I was not ready for as well. Um, what was I saying before? Lord. Oh yeah, they only eat once a day. And Pure, he, fought back at Nature Boy, and Nature Boy didn't feed him for a whole week. So sometimes, if you're not in Nature Boy's good graces, he won't even feed you. And the kids go through the same, guidelines as well. So put that in perspective. Not only are the, adults being they're not healthy at all. The kids are not as well because a kid should be eating 3 square meals a day plus snacks in between. These are the years that the kids are growing, so they should be getting the most food. But Nature Boy does not care. He's starving the kids as well. So that's why we need to get the kids the up out of here because it's just gross. Um, I'm trying to think of any more tea that Pure has spilled. A lot of people were saying that Pure was gay. I came in the end when Pure had left. That's when I started Nature Boy. So we kind of left each other. So I didn't really know who Pure was like that unless I went back and watched the old footage. But a lot of people was calling him gay because he never had a direct or whatever. But it was because he didn't want his direct to come and get abused by Nature Boy because oh yeah, that's the thing I missed. Duh. So every person, a female, I don't know about the males. I don't know, they'll never admit that, but we can only speculate. But I know for a fact that every female that has came to carbonation had to have sex with Nature Boy. Like that was a requirement. If you didn't want to have sex with Nature Boy, you were not coming to carbonation. There was even an example that Solar had a girl that wanted to come to carbonation because she wanted Solar, and she did not want Nature Boy. So Nature Boy was like, "Nah, you can't come." So you have that. What else? Oh my lord. I believe it. Like, I, I would like to say my gaydar is okay. It's not the best in the world. But, I can see things. And, I can read body language. One thing I can do the best is read body language and read vibes. So, a rocket scientist can put two and two together, especially when it was confirmed by Pure that they're having huge orgies together. Like, But yeah, you gotta have sex with Nature Boy, and not only that, at any time he can get the girls and say, "I want to have sex with you," and they have to have sex with him. No questions asked, no nothing. He exactly, exactly. He does not care at all. He is a disgusting sexual deviant. He will it's disgusting. And another way he plays on the manipulation is through that he goes back to the husbands and tells them how good the girls was in bed, what they did, what their tricks were. So that's another way to manipulate and to control and to be very very abusive to these guys. It's literally disgusting. It really is. It really really is. So I think that was pretty much the tea from Pure. Then the next day we got some more tea. Yeah, it's dirty. And you wonder why, diseases are just known from them. Like it's just known. Because they just, and then, it's, ugh. So the next day we got some more tea. I was surprised that we got some tea from a member of Nature Boy's family. Cause you know how he claims he don't got no family. He's a lone wolf, but we already know he has a brother and he had a sister who passed away and all that stuff. So we already know that he has family. But one of his cousins gave Grand some tea. And what Rose Little was talking about earlier, one of the teas that was spilled was that Nature Boy had molested his older son. I don't think it was Osiris. I believe it was the older son. She just said son, but I doubt it was Osiris. He might have, because he did have Osiris for a time. Because, Osiris was even in carbonation for a little while until, Maisha was like, nah, bitch, you gotta get you the fuck out of here because you're doing the most. So, but he has, molested family members. He's stolen jewelry, stolen and just fucked up his family where his family don't fuck with him at all. When she said, he molested his son and his family members, to be honest with you, I was not surprised at all. In fact, that was another thing that, was confirmation. Because if you're preaching pedophilia, I mean, and you're standing in your words when you're saying it, I mean, come on. There's a chance that you are doing those behaviors. And, he spoke to his older son a few months ago, and the boy wasn't impressed. Mmm. Mmm. Wonder why. Wonder why. Nature Boy has literally destroyed people, whether it's kids, adults, elderly. We never can forget Mama Dia. Rest in peace, Mama Dia. He has destroyed so many lives. The payback for him. Like I say all the time, I wouldn't want to be him if, what? I would not want to be in his shoes at all. But yes, not only that, I think, what else did she spill? She spilled that. Oh yeah, he was getting money from, I believe that must be his uncle. If that's it could be his cousin's, father. I don't know what that relation is. But she said that he was getting money from her father. So that's another, source of income he was getting. But I think at this point he's cut off. All of the family does not fuck with him. They do not like him, and she feels bad for the people over there because she knows her cousin is mentally unstable. She also said that Velvet is a big whore. Which I got a kick out of that. I was like, girl, out of everything, Velvet is a big whore. I was like, sis, what do you know that we don't? We know that she was her own Mac, and we know that before she was a Nature Boy. So you gotta give us some tea on that. But she said Velvet was a whore, and she said something else, but I forgot. Oh yeah, that he pimps out the girls in carbonation again, which we already know. That he pimped out, especially Aya and Ra. They was gone for all those many weeks. We know what that was all about. So we knew that, but Gran wants her back to get some more tea to get clarity because a lot of these receipts, though they are believable and though they're definitely confirmation in a lot of ways. We would love to hear her expound on those receipts and stuff like that. So hopefully Grand Cran or somebody can get a hold of her and have her have a talk. So then we go into Ether Flare. Remember Ether, guys? Y'all remember Ether, right? The 43-year-old man that, dropped everything in the boogie down Bronx to go all the way to carbonation. Well, he didn't last that long because at this present moment, Ether Flare has left the building. Oh my gosh, yeah. So he's gone. And shaking my head. He contacted Gran and he got some more receipts. So we'll go over those in a second. Ether was too old and rough. Exactly. I always knew that combination wasn't gonna mix because of that. Ether is older. He's a little bit more set in his ways in a lot of things, so he's not easily controlled. Case in point, you know. So a lot of the tea that he spilled was pure, and his stories kind of matched. So we kind of even got even more confirmation. The orgy deal was confirmed. The baby Eliana thing was confirmed about her being sick and crying all the time. Ether Flare also talked about how oh my gosh, I just lost that thought. See, I be losing thoughts, guys. I can't. Oh my lord. Ether Flare talked about mm, guys, bear with me. I be forgetting things and they were just on my mind. Yes. We'll talk about that since the thing that was in my mind just left me. Hopefully it'll come back. Yes, Ether Flare confirmed that they are dirty as fuck. They smell like death on a stick, which we already knew that they don't bathe. And Ether was like, bitch, I shower, I bathe. Like, I don't play that. Like, nah, I'm not about to be walking around being no dirty ass nigga. Like, y'all can do all that. Like, not me. And it was to the point that Nature Boy got mad that he was so clean. I'm like, what? And then he used to call him the clean boy or the wash boy or the boy that smelled good. I don't know. But like, I was like, what? Like, that's how you know something is seriously wrong with this nigga. Like, who would clown somebody for being clean? Like, I was like, I can't. I was literally like, I cannot deal. Oh yeah. Ether confirmed that Sheba is still pregnant and that she's due any day now. He doing a day now. Exactly. He ain't do no little bird baths or no little water. Like, nah, he actually used soap and water like what you're supposed to use. Like, niggas just thinking, like, How can y'all be and then y'all be fucking? Oh my god, bitch! I would die. I would literally croak over. I would literally die from that. Y'all don't even need to starve me. Y'all don't need to do none of that. All I have to do is be under funk and filled for a few hours, and I will pass. I will die. Like just disgusting. They're gross. All of them. And plus, oh my gosh, and then you add that in with the diseases that they have. Oh my lord, it's just like Funk City, bitch. Oh, mm, mm. Ooh. Lord. So she was okay, guys. According to Ether Flair, he said that she is still pregnant and that she's due any day now, which we knew that she would do any day now. They kept saying she was doing June now. She's how y'all supposed to know when she do when y'all don't even go to the hospital regularly? It's your brother's big time institutionalized every weekend. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And then, like I said, guys, I'm spiritual. Cleanliness is next to godliness. That's a scripture that my mom always, instilled in us because my mom is a very clean, neat freak. And, I love her today for that. But she always said cleanliness is next to godliness. That was her mantra all the time. And, in case in point, y'all claiming that y'all guys, but y'all not doing the one thing that's next to godliness, and that's being clean. So it begs the question: are y'all really godly? Are y'all? No, not. So yeah, they're just dirt. Mm. And yeah, so Ether Flair was just over it. He was over the all of the bullshit. He was over it, and I don't blame him. Like I said earlier, he's 43. He's seasoned and he's stuck in his ways. And Nature Boy prides himself on letting social media see a different side of him and carbonation. The average person who's not really thinking, not really wanting to ask questions, will look at carbonation. You see them all, in nature. You see them all, quote unquote happy and in this beautiful environment. And you would a crazy person or a person that really does not like to ask questions and be, smart about things, they will look at it and be like, oh my God, this is like the paradise. I don't gotta work. I don't gotta do this. I don't gotta do that. I don't have to be under Babylon's rules. I'm with it. I'm going. But that's probably what Ether, his mindset was. But when he got over there, he got a rude awakening. And he says that Nature Boy is very violent. He's very 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 violent. Oh yeah, another thing that Pure said that just clicked in my head. Nobody over there likes velvet at all. Nobody. Not one person over there likes velvet. Yep, that's another thing. Yep, they sleep outside while Nature Boy and Velvet sleep inside. Yep, when they was living in Palenque, Nature Boy and Velvet would have the room. They would have the whole house to themselves, and everybody else would have to sleep outside. The only time they would not be able to, they couldn't sleep outside if it was raining. They would be inside all, sleeping on the floor. Like, and then you also gotta realize that they had to wake up with Nature Boy, and they went to sleep with Nature Boy. Nature Boy, off and on, this week and last week has been on lives during the middle of the night. So I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that them people barely get any sleep, like at all. Yeah, it is a struggle because she's young. Like, it's just a whole lot because she is brainwashed the most out of them all. But at the same time, the shit that she does, it makes you really, 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 it makes it really, really hard to even cape for her. And, like I said, I'm the type of person where I don't like to be made a joke of, or feel stupid about something. And Velvet definitely did that to me, this week, and I am disgusted. You know, you putting hands on a baby. Come on. But yeah, they don't like her at all. Cause she starts a lot of drama in the house, and we've seen bits and parts of that. There was this live that I seen, that Aya was, going through something, and she was pouring her heart out, and Velvet was being very, very, dismissive. She was being very, very rude, and just had no feeling and no nothing. She is very rude and disrespectful to all of the people over there, and they don't like her. So, case in point, when Nature Boy, beats on her, because that was also confirmed that Nature Boy beats on her and beats on her bad. They don't care. They don't care. Which I'm not saying that's a good thing. That's not good at all. But you also gotta mind how you treat people, because they will treat you the same way. And yeah, it's just sad. It's just really, really sad when you really think of it in the long scheme of things. Um, I'm trying to think of other receipts that we got before I get into my next topic. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, he said that True and Sheba do not sleep in the tent, but we already know that none of the females sleep with their quote unquote directs. We know that's all for stage and that's all for play. We talked about that last, live that we did on this subject, that, everything is rehearsed and everything is a script with them. So, that basically just was confirmation. Um mm, mm, mm. Trying to think. That's pretty much it. Have y'all been seeing Nature Boy's lives? Cause I haven't at all. Because like I said, I've been blocked. So I don't know what he's really been talking about. I know at one point he was talking about chastising, children and women. You gotta chastise your wife. You gotta beat your wife. You gotta make sure your wife know that you're dominant, and she gotta be submissive. She gotta do anything and everything you say. If she get out of line, you get to put hands on her. Mm. Yeah. Yup. Yup. That's why he does not want. That's why he separates them. You also gotta realize most of the people that left Carbonation. Somebody put this in perspective. I don't know who it was, so I can't really shout out them because totally forgot who this person was. But you gotta put it in perspective. A lot of the people that left, mostly they left in couples. Like you see Vibes and Key and Serenity and Rambo. They all left coupled up. Nature Boy doesn't want, nobody getting coupled up so they can get, ideas in their head to leave. He wants them all by themselves so he can control them, so he knows that they have nobody to depend on but him. You also got to put that in perspective. So I believe that they can't. They're after when they go to bed. Nobody is by the females are not by the men. Like it makes perfect sense into what Nature Boy is doing to these people. Um, it's just crazy. Yeah, you get it. Like it makes when we start talking and stuff starts clicking and other people bring their perspective, stuff starts clicking, and that's been one of the great things about this week as well is that the community, especially the Instagram community. I really haven't been on YouTube that much looking at other YouTubers. But the Instagram community has really been, throwing out ideas out there, and we're bouncing ideas back and forth, and it creates a dialogue, and we start to get a picture of what carbonation is. And I told, the people that, have my Facebook, the EDS Squad Facebook page, the little personal page I have, not the official one. I told them that this has been one of the most craziest weeks that I have been, except for the week where we found out that they were being investigated. This has been one of the most revealing weeks, and it's also put into perspective a lot of things and confirmed a lot of things that we've all, either thought of, either heard of, or, either, knew of, but we just wanted that confirmation. So it's been one of those weeks. So I have to, give it up for Grand. I have to give it up for the world news because those two, have been on the money this week. On the money. Um, which brings me into my next topic. Have y'all seen Serenity's live? Serenity went live. I don't know if it was yesterday, the day before. It's recent though. Serenity went live recently. And Serenity, started talking about how all we care about is the gossip. We care about the news. We just wishing bad on everybody. How we need to mind our business. That is not about us. And she doesn't really need to speak up until she feels like she needs to speak up. And yeah, Serenity that live got under my skin. Yeah, it got under my skin. Because first off, sister, first off, you should be ashamed. You should the fact that you can get on live and say anything after we found out all of this stuff that was happening in Carbonation that you were a part of because you were there when Pure was there, sis. You shouldn't even feel comfortable to get on live and discuss anything of what we should bitch. What you should do is worry about if your ass is gonna go to jail when Natureboy goes down in this shit. That's what you should worry about because y'all sat by and watched him beat a baby out of Aya. Y'all sat back and watched him beat how many people. Y'all sat back and watched the whole Mama Dia situation go down. Y'all sat back and watched a lot of shit go down in Carbonation. And y'all said nothing. And y'all are out. Y'all are free from the nigga. And y'all are still not saying nothing. Oh, I'm gonna write my book. Bitch, I'm not reading no book. I'm not reading no book from you. I'm not reading no book from Flo. I'm not reading no book from none of y'all. Because what y'all should do, instead of putting all that energy to make money, y'all need to put that energy and go to the police and tell what the hell has been going on in Carbonation. Point blank, period. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm putting this behind me. No. When this shit, abuse from babies, abuse from, children and women, just all of the countless accusations that we have got this week alone. I don't want to hear nothing. The only thing I want to hear is that you went to the police and you went to go cooperate with them. That's the only thing I want to hear from Serenity, from Rambo, from Flo, from Vibes, from anybody that has left. She's a big line. Exactly. And then you pop in all of that shit. This is what I don't get about, Natureboy. I don't get about Serenity. I don't get about any of them. Y'all pop all this shit about us. But in the next breath, y'all online begging for fucking money. Like, how do y'all think y'all can talk shit to us and then the next minute, we supposed to give y'all bread? Like, see, this is what I don't get. But again, there is dumb people out there that do not care. They will send the money regardless. And that's the problem. And that's the reason why these bitches can get on live. That's why these niggas can get on live and talk shit about all of us. It's because, yeah, we can talk shit about y'all, but y'all still gonna run us this money. Y'all still gonna pay for our dinner. Y'all still gonna pay for food. And that's what we need to stop. We need to stop that cash flow. I'm telling y'all. Once we stop that cash flow, it is a smooth rap from all of them. And you noticed how they changed the PayPal. Because like I told y'all before, everything was in Joy's name. Oh, that was something I didn't tell y'all. Oh, everything financial-wise is in Joy's name. Everything. The Cash App, the PayPal. There was someone who said Good. And the more Grand's videos keep circulating through the internet, I hope more people did. You see how he went live a couple days ago and he talked so bad about black women and black people, so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad, especially the black women. He hates black women. I don't care what nobody says. He hates black women with a passion. If you can sit up there and say all of the shit that he said the other day about black women, you do not care about black women at all. But we all know he was doing it for donations. And guess what audience he was going after? I don't even have to say it because I'm pretty sure you guys already know what audience he was trying to get for those donations. He sees that the black people, we ain't fucking with him and we ain't giving him shit. So who's gonna give him the money? Okay. I digress. So, like I said, it's just like, and Serenity, like I said, with all of the X-Combination members, I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't want to know what the fuck you're doing with books. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I want to see y'all do is go to the police and tell them all the shit that's been going on in Carbonation. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. At all. And once I'm talking about the X combinations, let's talk about these fucking families. Let's talk about these families. The families of these people that are in carbonation. What in the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously. Like, I don't know. I've just been surrounded by a family that has been, even though we have our issues and we have our problems and we don't get along all the time, but one thing I have to say, and one thing I can stand on the Bible, I can stand and say without a shadow of a doubt, is that my family, at the end of the day, if worst come to worst, we are there for each other. I don't care if my mom is across the country. I don't care if I'm across the country. If something was to happen, my mom would be there in a second. If something was to happen to my mom, I would be there in a second. No questions asked. Y'all know what carbonation is about. Y'all know what Natureboy is about. And y'all know that y'all kids is over there being neglected, being abused, being sexually exploited. And y'all are doing nothing about it. I already said this in part 4, but I think I have to keep saying this over and over again. Because one of the family members from Sheba's family, who mysteriously popped up out of thin air, which that was weird. Y'all have not said nothing about Sheba. Y'all have not did nothing. Y'all have not reached out to nobody, nothing. But all of a sudden, a picture floats up of Sheba, and all of a sudden, you have a battery pack to care about Sheba. Oh, our family cares. We really want her back. Y'all not doing nothing about it. Oh, we're doing stuff in the back. No. This is not a behind the scenes type thing, sis. Not at all. Not when Natureboy is on live every single day. Every single day. Showing y'all how he's exploiting, how he's abusing, how he's harassing, how he's doing all of this heinous stuff. And y'all are gonna sit back and, twiddle your thumbs? And then you have people like me and all of the other people around the Instagram and YouTube community that are putting this nigga on notice, but we're in y'all business. We need to mind our business. Bitch, we would not need to mind our business or be in this business if y'all was doing what y'all was supposed to do as a family and report this nigga. He has kids over there. What about the families where they have grandchildren over there? What are y'all doing? I'm telling you. Like I said, I'm religious. So if you're not religious, and if this is not what you believe, that's not what you believe. But I don't think people really understand what they're going to be judged for when Judgment Day comes. I don't. I don't. Especially these families. Like, you know that your child, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild, your granddaughter is over there starving. Only getting one meal. They're being sexually exploited. Nature Boy can fuck them every time, anytime he wants, even when they don't feel like it. If there's no such thing as they don't feel like it, they're gonna sit back and take it. I'm putting this. I have to. I don't know. I think I have to be explicit. I have to really go down the list for these people to really understand. I had to do that with my peoples because my people seemed to think I took one of my friends. We've been talking for a year, and he's irrelevant right now. But we had a conversation, and I was telling him about this, Nature Boy stuff. And the first thing he said is, "Oh, you still on this Nature Boy thing? Oh, you just need to leave that alone." What? Guys, he already knows I'm a firecracker, and some of the things he be saying, I'm ready to go off. So I don't know why he thought that was the correct response to go in. So I responded, and I was like, are you crazy?" I'm like, this is what I'm saying about black people in the community. We don't care about nobody or nothing as long as if it's not affecting us directly. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care. But the thing is, and somebody else put this in perspective. I don't know who this was. I be forgetting. Sometimes I need to just write down the people I be getting my ideas from. Because I don't like stealing people's ideas. That's not me. But somebody put this in perspective. Nature Boy is what, the GP, the general public, is watching and seeing of what the black people are doing, the black community is doing. Do you want Nature Boy to be the spokesperson for black people? Do y'all? Because sometimes I think y'all really do, the way that y'all just sit back sometimes and not do nothing, not say nothing. I could have been done with this situation. Once I did part 4, I could have been like, okay, guys, I'm done with Nature Boy. Whatever happens, happens. But no. I have too much humanity in my heart, and I care about people too much. And I know that there's something I can do. It might be not be the grand scheme of things. It might be not the biggest things. I might not be going to find family members and interview them. But me getting in front of a camera and letting my platform know that there is a sicko on the loose and he is exploiting people, I am going to speak on it. I don't care. I told my friend, I don't care what people say, what people do, because at the end of the day, I have to answer for the stuff I didn't do. I have a platform to speak on something that is destroying the black community. Whether y'all don't believe it or not, it is happening because we're not doing nothing and it's just happening over and day by day, week by week, month by month, and we're not doing nothing about it. I told him, I ended it. I was like, don't ever tell me not to stop a cause to help somebody. Do not ever tell me to stop doing something to aid in the help of a community. Don't ever in your life. Oh, I didn't know you was this passionate. Dude, what are you passionate about? You're passionate about, the sneakers and the material shit and what's happening on Love and Hip Hop and what's happening on Black Ink Crew. Yeah, I watch Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, I like, to look nice. But at the end of the day, I care about humanity more. Because all that shit is gonna fade away. And we're still gonna be here. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed in ex-carbonation members for not speaking out. I'm disappointed in family members that have people over there that's not speaking out. I don't care. I don't want to hear, oh, they're speaking to people privately. No, this does not need to be private. This needs to be out loud. You do people understand and realize the more people that speak about I don't know. I think I said this. Probably said it 100 times at this point. Don't y'all know that the more people that speak out about this, the more the mainstream media will grab it and take it and run with it. And once the mainstream media takes it and runs with it, it's a wrap. Because then the police have no other choice but to keep that pedal going. But nah, people don't care. Oh, it ain't about me. It ain't my family. It ain't my cousin. But it can be. Because guess what? Nature Boy is still on IG Lives. He's still making YouTube videos aimed for young children. And if your child is not mentally strong, if your child is not taught the right way, he can or she can be influenced. And next thing you know, they're on their way to Mexico. I love myself. We have to care about the next generation. We have to care about people more. That's what's wrong in this world. We don't care about people. Yep, Nature Boy will either be in jail or dead in the future. A lot of people have a lot of speculation of what will happen to Nature Boy. A lot of people saying that maybe somebody in the camp is going to break and honestly, for me personally, I don't care if it's either one. Personally, for me, I don't want to really say what I really would want because don't want this video being flagged. I don't want this channel being reported. Don't want to be labeled a murderer. But yeah. So with that, it is. It's and that's another thing in the black community. We like to pretend like mental illness is not real. We like to sweep mental illness under the rug, and I wanted to tell this story, but I'm not going to because it's not about me, so I'm not gonna tell it. Maybe I'll get permission from that person and I'll talk about it. But we just have to do better. We really truly have to do better. And like I said, I'm on this like white on rice. I'm always gonna I might not, post videos like the other channels do, but I will definitely get on live. I have no problems getting on live and, discussing and coming up with theories and thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. Cause that gets us talking, and that also not only gets us talking, that gets the message out there because this live is being saved. So people are gonna watch it, people are gonna check it out and stuff like that. So it just brings in a whole nother conversation. Speaking of which, in the coming weeks, I will be doing some carbonation-esque videos where I'll be talking about domestic violence because, as we all know, domestic violence is one of the biggest things in carbonation. So I'll be talking about domestic violence and I'll have a video on that. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be in the next coming weeks. Guys, I gotta tell y'all, I was with my parents, just to get off topic for like a second. I was with my parents for these last couple weeks, and let's just say, in me packing, I forgot my charger to my camera. So I don't have a camera right now until, my parents actually be parents and bring my charger to me. So I'm sad that I won't be putting out videos, without putting out videos, that means researching. So, like I said, domestic violence video will be out in the coming weeks. I'm also going to be doing a brainwashing cult video as well, where I'll talk about, the art of brainwashing, and I will be talking about different cults and what Nature Boy takes from each one of them. Because if you really go back and you go and you look at different cults in America, and all over, you can see the correlations from them to this one, and so I'll do a video on that. Yeah, just like again, anytime there's an update, I can always get on my phone and press live and, go live with you guys and we can discuss and, talk and stuff like that because, it just needs to be said. Wow, it's been an hour. I've never been on live for an hour. It's dope. But, I'm gonna get ready to wrap things up because I'm going to go on live in probably like 30 minutes. Um, you guys, I'm gonna do the Britney Friday live. I might get that video shut down, but I'll promise you guys to do Britney Friday every Friday. So I'm gonna try to do something with that. But I just want to say that be on the lookout because EDS Squad is getting some merchandise. I'm so excited. Merch is coming. Merch is coming. So be on the lookout for merch this summer. I got so many plans for this summer. You have a great day too. I have so many things planned, and we gonna get it. We gonna do some things this summer. We gonna do some things this summer, but mostly we're definitely EDS Squad is definitely going to be on the neck of Carbonation and of Natureboy, because this is definitely needed to be talked about and definitely needed to be broadcast. So I will definitely be doing videos catering to that. So be on the lookout for the domestic violence one. It's gonna be domestic violence in Carbonation and in the Black community, and why why it happens, how it happens, and what we can do to stop it from happening. I can't wait to dive into that. It's a serious topic, and we just gotta talk about some things. We gotta talk about a lot of things. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Um, Come back later on because I'll be going live again to do this Britney Fridays. Hopefully, hopefully, don't hopefully. But I love each and every last one of you guys. I live for every last one of you guys, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for checking out this video. Mwah, peace.